Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Jason from the Brass Brigade. So check it out. Today, we have the BESTECH Fractal. So check this bad boy out real quick. Look at that wicked Warncliffe blade. It's Wednesday, so, you know, Warncliffe Wednesday. Look at the crazy anode job on that thing. Shredded carbon fiber inserts, right? All titanium. Has 35VN. This thing costs around 216 bucks as of today. Comes in a little BESTECH, you know, pouch. Let's see here. We're gonna get right into it today. I'm gonna try to make my videos a little bit shorter, right? So, you know, you guys can carry on with your lives. So, here at Brass Brigade, we have a 40-point possible scale, right? The BESTECH Fractal got a 33, and here's why. So check it out. Comfort carry is an 8, right? It is very comfortable. You know, you can get a full grip on it, right? Look how smooth this thing is. What? Right? Multiple ways of deployment, right? Spidey is the one I prefer. You can use the flipper tab, right? Pretty decent pocket clip. It's not deep carry, but, you know, it's a pocket clip, right? It's titanium, it's milled. Comfort carries an 8 though, because I feel like with this one, you see this big weird freaking sharpening trowel or whatever they call that thing. I feel like they could have probably just rounded it and turned it into a front finger trowel, since it's already, you know, they're almost there, right? Just freaking round that bitch out. Like the jimping on the back of the blade, right? It's S35VN. But yeah, it's just not the most comfortable knife. It is comfortable, but it's not like mind-blowing, right? So anyways, yeah, comfort carry, it got an 8. Build finish, 7. And here's why. So saw this knife on YouTube, saw some other knife review guys reviewing it, and I was like, that thing is so sick. So they call this thing like the multicolor, you know, frag pattern. And then they warn you, like on the site, like every knife is different because not all of them come out the exact same. But all the pictures I saw on Instagram, YouTube, you know, the internet, right? The anode job on this was like, it had like purples and blues and greens and oranges and yellows. And it didn't matter what review I watched, right? All the big reviewer guys had these super multicolor ones. So when I got this and I opened it, I was like bummed. I mean, I asked my friends at the tattoo shop, I'm like, hey, would you consider this a multicolor knife? And these are not knife guys. And every one of them said, no, I would consider it like a, you know, like a blue and purple knife or a purple knife. Or there is nothing multicolor about this. That is just blue and purple. If you guys go look up the BESTECH Fractal right now, look up the multicolor one. And trust me, if you got this in the mail, you would be slightly disappointed. Another thing on build and finish is I kind of wish they had just a, you know, an all titanium one without the stupid shredded carbon fiber insert. And beyond that, look at all those little micro scratches in it. Like, I get that it's supposed to be shredded, but if you look, it almost looks like someone dug their nail into parts of it or something. And that's how it came. Like, I've only carried this thing a few times. It almost looks like someone bought this knife, used it, sent it back, and then they took off the inserts and put it on a new knife, if that makes sense. But build finish, other than those two complaints, this not even being close to multicolor, and that, I don't know, I don't think that looks good at all, man. It requires more hardware that you don't need on the knife. You know, if they didn't have that, they could have just done a pretty cool like mill pattern in the scales, and I think that would have been a lot better. But other than those two things, this thing's amazing. It has a compound grind with an S35 blade steel. Has a hollow grind up front, right, for your finer cuts. Flat grind in the back for those more like, you know, tougher cuts. Again, multiple ways of deployment, but look at this action. Look at this. Good detent, nice and stiff, right, for all ways of deployment. And it just sort of sucks into the knife, watch. Boom. So build finish got a 7. If they would have upped their game on the insert and, you know, I'd rather have just regular black carbon fiber and not look like it's all scratched up. And just actually sent me a knife that was multicolored and not one that was just purple and blue. I would have been a lot more stoked. And then the build and finish would have probably went up to a 9. Because other than that stupid insert and the fail to have multiple colors in my knife, I mean, everything else is amazing. So it got a 7. Price value, it got an 8. It's like 220 bucks. I think when I got this one, I paid around 240. But it's an 8. It's around 216 bucks right now on Blade HQ. It does run on bearings, right? Has the, what is cool about it is it has 2 over, lock bar over travel stops, right? So it has like the one that's built in to the hardened steel lock bar insert. It has like the one that's built in on the back. And then also the insert sort of acts as another form of, deal right there, so you don't freaking push all the tension out of your lock bar. Acts as another form of a stop, I think. But yeah, price value an 8. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of knives around the $200 to $250 mark that are giving you all these materials, right? The bearings, the fucking everything that's here for the same price. So it's nothing mind-blowing. Cool factor, I gave it an 8. If this thing was multicolored like the pictures show on their website or any other knife review channel you watch. So here's the thing. Speaking of other knife review channels, all these guys were reviewing one that I feel like they got like in some sort of like, they passed the knife around to each other, and it's like, I feel like the company probably knew that, and maybe they put a little more time into the finish on the one that all the big knife review guys reviewed, because again, I mean, it looks like rainbow shit. It is super cool, like when you look at the pictures of this. So then when you get the blue and purple one in the mail, it's kind of fucking disappointing, right? Look at that backspacer. Everything about this knife is cool except for the lack of color on the ano job and the slightly used freaking inserts that they put in. I'm just kidding. I don't think they're actually slightly used, but they kind of fucking look like it. So anyways, yeah, cool factor got an 8. It got a total 33 points. Here it is next to a Two Sun Knives TS195. I think this one's called the Wave. It's the one without the frag pattern. Here it is next to a Sharpie, right? Just to give you guys an idea, right? Width is, and I know I'm kind of all over the place today, but whatever. I just woke up. A little wider than a Sharpie is thick. Specs-wise, it's approximately, oh shit, that's a long boy. Oh shit, that thing's like 8 3/4 inches long with a blade that's about, depending on where you measure it, could be 3 3/4 to 4 inches. Cutting area of about 3.5. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. It's a cool knife. I don't know. If you guys are interested in this, I would just go with the raw titanium one. Or better yet, they can make one without the insert and just throw some frag pattern on it, turn these diamonds into squares, and then baby, I think that would look a lot better than this weird fucking, carbon fiber insert. Anyways, that's all I got, guys. Like my video, subscribe, be safe, shoot straight. Yeah.